Ooh, camera shaking. Merry Christmas Eve. It's the 23rd. Oh my goodness, you guys, no matter how much I carefully plan, there's always just so much to do this time of year. So much. All right, probably not going to film tomorrow because I have to get up at 6 a.m. to get crock pots going. So probably not going to film tomorrow and probably going to take the rest of the year off. So if I don't pop on here again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays. Just notice there is a little spider right there. Don't come over here. We'll be fine. All right, tea advent. I can't believe there's only today and tomorrow. And that tea I had a couple days ago that I said was going to be was delicious. I drank both tea bags that day. That's an interesting name. All right, it is Solstice Soft Serve Green Tea. Also, shouldn't the solstice tea have been on the 21st and not the 23rd? Just saying. But I will drink it. It's green tea. I like green tea. We have discovered I do not like black tea at all, so I'm not even trying those anymore. I'm just giving them to my dad. Mini brands. We have today and tomorrow to get Little Women, you guys. What do you think? All right, where is 23? Cat Kid Comic Club. It is another hardback, which is cool because I like those the best, but it's just not Little Women. No, I'm scared I'm not going to get Little Women at all. But the Eloise was fantastic because not only was it hardback, but look, all of the illustrations. And when I sent a picture to my daughter and told her that this is what I'd opened that day, she's like, oh, I've been looking for the Eloise Christmas movie. And I forgot that we used to watch that every year, her and I together. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. But so much to do today because I've got to make anything that was a salad type, like the cranberry fluff has to be made today. I like to make the pudding desserts only one day ahead because I just don't think they're good if they sit too long. Deviled eggs. Mom's going to make deviled eggs today. So, and I didn't get the puppy chow done yesterday. It was the only thing on my list I didn't get done yesterday. But I got a bunch of other stuff done, so I've got to do that today. Who calls it puppy chow and who calls it Muddy Buddies? Because the official Chex Mix recipe from the company calls it Muddy Buddies, but we've always called it puppy chow. And it's funny because when my kids were teenagers, there were certain things that each of them would make every year, and my youngest always made the puppy chow. And obviously, he's not doing that anymore. He's the one that's in the Army. But I'm not even sure if I'm going to get to see him. He didn't make it over when his sister was down the weekend after Thanksgiving like he said he would. I do know he is in town, but I don't know. My oldest was over picking up a tool from my dad yesterday and told us that my youngest was back in town, but they have their own lives. I do get to see my daughter, barring anything crazy. She works Christmas Eve, but got Christmas Day off. Her work better not try to make her come in. But my niece, the pregnant niece, and there's a few of us in the family that love Christmas more than everyone else. And she's one of those, and she's so sick. So sick. She's a social worker. And yesterday and today were supposed to be the days that she traveled all around the state, visited every family that she's working with right now, and dropped off Christmas presents. And she made it to one. She knew Sunday night she wasn't feeling well. She made it to one family yesterday and had to go home and go back to bed, crash completely. And she just couldn't do it today, which is so sad because she loves that part of it, but also sad because there's probably no way she's gonna be able to make it over tomorrow being as sick as she is. And she loves to see everyone open their gifts. She's a good gift giver too. So Really sad. It sounds like she might have the same thing Mom had at Thanksgiving. Didn't get it from my mom, but it sounds like it's that ick that is taking everybody forever to get over. So that's sad. And I'm probably not going to get, unless she does a huge turnaround overnight, probably not going to get to see her tomorrow. But tomorrow on Christmas Eve, see, we used to traditionally celebrate Christmas Eve. And then as everyone had their own families and got married and had to be at in-laws and stuff, it kind of all just dissolved. So now we just kind of do an open house Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But I know that my sister's kids, the one that's deceased, her kids and their kids will be here tomorrow, except for my pregnant niece who's sick. And at some point, my brother and his wife said they'd stop in, but I don't know if they'll have their adult children with them. They've got 2 and one's married, so it would be 3 of them, the 3 adult children. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll make it then. And then my sister that lives out of town, she's going to come into town both days. She didn't want to spend the night here, but she's going to make that drive both days, she said. And then on Christmas Eve evening, I'm going to go over to my local sister's with her whole family and hang out with them for a couple of hours. Her husband's got to work all day, so she won't make it over here. And then Christmas Day, my kids will hopefully all be here. My sister from out of town will be back in town again. And I think if the food was good enough, my brother will probably stop by again. He likes good food, and I made a lot of his favorites. So that's the plan. And I'm going to tell you what, the 26th, I'm not getting out of bed. I will get out of bed to make a plate of cookies and go back to bed because I have pushed it with my chronic illnesses. And at some point, if I don't rest, they're going to make me. So 26th, just watching Christmas movies and eating Christmas candy and cookies and leftover meatballs. Hopefully there'll be leftover meatballs and doing nothing. That's my plan for Friday. So that's it. I hope everybody has a great holiday. And I'll see you guys all in the new year.